There's nothing quite like the moment you realize your entire life has been a lie. And I don't mean a small lie like someone telling you they're 5 minutes away when they're actually still in bed. No, I'm talking about the kind of lie that rips through everything you thought was real, leaving you standing there, wondering how the hell you didn't see it coming. It was a regular Tuesday evening. Well, as regular as it could get with two little kids running around the house, making noise and causing chaos. I was in the kitchen, finishing up dinner, while my wife, Jessica, sat in the living room, half watching TV, half typing away on her phone. We had been married for 8 years by then, together for over a decade. And honestly, if you'd asked me at that moment, I would have said we were okay. Sure, the past year had been rough, more arguments, more silent dinners, but I thought we were just going through a phase. Like all couples do, but that night, something was different. Jessica wasn't just distant. She was somewhere else. I could feel it in my gut. This gnawing sense that something was off. I tried to shake it off, telling myself I was just being paranoid. But it was like a splinter in my mind that I couldn't ignore. As I set the table, I caught a glimpse of her reflection in the window. She was smiling, but not at anything on the TV. She was smiling at her phone. My heart sank. It was the kind of smile she used to give me when we first started dating. The kind that made me feel like the only person in the world. Now here she was, giving that same smile to her phone. Dinner was quiet. Too quiet. Jessica barely touched her food, more focused on her phone than anything else. I asked if everything was okay. She nodded, mumbling something about work being stressful. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But that splinter in my mind kept digging deeper. After the kids went to bed, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I asked her, point blank, what was going on. She looked up from her phone, surprised, maybe even a little annoyed. She said she was just tired, that I was overthinking things, but I wasn't convinced. I pressed harder, asking why she'd been so distant, so disconnected. That's when she finally looked at me. Really looked at me. And for the first time in a long time, I saw something in her eyes that terrified me. Regret? She said she wasn't happy, that the spark was gone, that we were just going through the motions. I was stunned. Sure, things had been rough, but I thought we were still solid. Still us. Hearing her say that, it felt like the ground shifted beneath my feet. She talked. I listened. She said she loved me, but wasn't sure if she was in love with me anymore. It was a lot to take in. I didn't know what to say, so I just nodded and told her we'd figure it out. But deep down, I knew something was seriously wrong. That smile she gave her phone, it haunted me. That night after she fell asleep, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more going on, something she wasn't telling me. Little did I know. The Tuesday night was just the beginning. The real nightmare was yet to come. The next day, I couldn't focus at work. Her words kept echoing in my head. And that damn smile burned into my mind. When I got home that evening, everything seemed normal. But it wasn't. We were careful around each other, like walking on eggshells. After dinner, while she was giving the kids a bath, I saw her phone sitting on the counter. Face down, almost like it was daring me to pick it up. I knew I shouldn't invade her privacy. But I couldn't help myself. My hands were shaking as I unlocked it. And then I saw it, messages. A name I didn't recognize, Adam. I started reading. And my stomach dropped. Flirty texts. I miss you. I can't wait to see you again. I love you. It wasn't just a few messages, it was months of them. I felt sick. Like my entire world was crumbling right there in my hands. Plans for secret meetups. Talk about a future together. Even love notes, I wanted to scream. To throw the phone and demand answers. But I didn't. Instead, I put it back, exactly where I found it. I knew I couldn't just explode. I had to be smart. To plan. That night, lying beside her, pretending to sleep. I made a decision. I wasn't going to let her destroy my life without a fight. The days that followed were torture. I acted normal on the outside, but inside I was falling apart. Every smile from her felt fake. Every kiss made me sick. I kept digging. Every chance I got, I read more. And I found out their affair had been going on for 6 months. 6 months of lies. 6 months of betrayal. She had told him things she hadn't told me in years. Her fears, her dreams, her secrets. It wasn't just physical. It was emotional, and that hurt the most. That's when I started documenting everything. Screenshots, emails, notes. I even saw a lawyer. I was preparing for war, and then one night, I found a message that broke me. She told Adam, "I wish I had met you first." That was it. The moment I knew, it was over. I wasn't going to let her keep playing me, so I waited for the right moment. Saturday morning, family day, or at least it used to be. Jessica was glued to her phone again, pretending to scroll through social media. I asked her to step into the kitchen. "Are you having an affair?" I asked. Her face went pale. Silence. Then she nodded. 6 months I kept calm. I asked why. She said he was her deepest emotional connection. That almost made me lose it. Emotional connection? What about our connection? Our kids? Our life? I laid down the rules. No contact, therapy, honesty. She got angry. Said she needed to see him one last time for closure. That's when I said, "If he's so important, pack your bags and go be with him." She froze. Didn't expect that, but I meant every word. I told her father everything soon after. He was heartbroken, but he supported me and promised to stand by the kids. Jessica was furious that I'd told him. Accused me of airing our dirty laundry, but I didn't care anymore. I filed for divorce. And when I handed her the papers, she cried. Not because she loved me, but because she finally realized she'd lost control. Then came our daughter's birthday. Jessica insisted on hosting it at our old house. I agreed, for the kids. But then I found out she invited Adam, her lover, to our daughter's party. That was it. I refused to play along. So I showed up early, dropped off our daughter's gift, and handed Jessica a letter to read before the cake. Then I left. In that letter, I told our daughter how much I loved her, how proud I was, and how sometimes when people make bad choices, they lose the chance to share in special moments. It wasn't meant to cause a scene. It was a statement, and it worked. Later that night, when the kids came home, they didn't mention Adam at all. I knew then. My message had landed. For the first time in months, I felt peace, because I wasn't the broken man she left behind anymore. I was rebuilding. For myself. And for my kids. Whatever came next, I knew one thing for sure. We were finally free.